Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where once again it is time to switch things up as we check out what's coming new to the Nintendo eShop for the week ending May 20th, 2018. Hey everyone, Gary here, your host on Rock Solid Productions. Thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time here, as always, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. That way each and every week we do come out with new video content such as Switch It Up, product reviews, how-tos, tips and tricks. You are kept up to date, especially if you hit that little bell notification. We do appreciate each and everyone who does go ahead and subscribe here to the channel. Without any further ado, let's get started and dive into this week's releases on the Nintendo eShop. Now, unlike last week, my battery is fully charged, so there is that. We do have a lot coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 new releases this week on the eShop. So let us go to the coming soon section. And before the end of the video, I'm going to give you my I'm going to give you my Switch Friends code. If you want to go ahead and friend me on the Switch, go ahead and do so. But we are going to start off here with the mystery of the Hudson case. And what this really reminds me of is the old style, like the Maniac Mansions type games where you need to go through, and it's a point-and-click style game. It's not your traditional action RPG. We'll go into the preview video that we have here. And basically what you are is you are trying to solve the mystery of the Hudson case that basically came from the 1830s. Benjamin Hudson was basically a plantation owner in New Orleans. No, I didn't repeat myself. There was New Orleans. And basically, your name is James, and you are a journalist who is trying to find out what happened here, because there were rumors for years of slaves being tortured, raped, and eventually murdered, and you're trying to uncover everything that went down here to find out if he truly was guilty or innocent. The mystery of the Hudson case is $4.89. It is one player only, and it is one of those kind of a throwback style games, but the animation style is really, really cool. If you're into those point and click type adventure games, this will definitely be up your alley. And again, $4.89. This comes out on May the 14th. Next up is Wizard of Legend, and this really kind of reminds me of like Gauntlet for the NES. And looking through here, you can see the animation style and everything, really unique. What I like about it, at least what I've seen so far, is the way that enemies come on screen. It's like this card type mechanic where it just appears. You do have hit points and everything like a traditional action RPG, and it is a top-down dungeon crawler type of adventure where you can chain different spells together, and you have up to 100 unique sort of spells that you can fight with. You know, like I mentioned, the card mechanic for enemies popping up. You have hit points. Really reminds me of Gauntlet in a lot of different ways for the NES, but obviously the graphics a heck of a lot better than what you saw on Gauntlet. And this is designed for 1 or 2 players. $15.99, and you are eligible to earn 80 Nintendo coins basically through the eShop as well. Now that is available at this point in time, this time of this recording, for pre-purchase and pre-installation as well. Perhaps the most unique game that's coming out is this one here. This is The Adventures of Elena Temple. As you can see, this is very much inspired by like the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, as far as the graphics, but also the background that you see here, the Some Toy Advance. Come on, that's a nod to the Game Boy Advance SP right there. It's $4.99, and it's kind of an action platformer with a bit of puzzling built into it. The graphics are really unique on here. There's 50 different levels. It's kind of, looks like it might be kind of brutal too, where it looks you only have one-hit deaths. The gameplay really reminds me of some of the older Atari 2600 games, like Indiana Jones or E.T., Elevator Action in a little bit. And what's kind of cool is you have the 3 different graphic modes. You have the gray and black, you have the green and black, and then you have the black and green, the inverse kind of look there. Really kind of a unique monochromatic puzzler platformer there. For $4.99, definitely something. If you love the older style Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, the adventure type games, definitely something you will want to check out. And this you would earn 25 Nintendo coins for in the eShop. Battle Chasers here is an action RPG inspired by a lot of the older style RPGs. It's $39.99, and this is coming out on the 15th of May, and it's a more traditional turn-based RPG with an overcharging mana system, and you have battle burst too, where you can really take your members of your party and build them up to really be strong. You have a party of 3 that you can build from 6 different character types. And one of the really cool things, and I didn't know until looking at this is actually based on a 1990s comic book. And you can kind of see the illustration and the character design, even the commentary here from Grimbeard. How'd you lot end up here? I mean, that's very much a comic book style animation. This one is $39.99 and comes out on the 15th. Now, perhaps the favorite game for me out of this week is this one here. This is Splitter Critters, and for $6.99 comes out on May the 15th. It is just super cute. It reminds me in a lot of ways of World of Goo, where basically what you're having to do is divide the screen or divide the world into different segments to get your characters to the next level. Essentially what you're trying to do, these little fuzzball characters are going to automatically just meander and walk across the screen as they're trying to get back to their spaceship. Why is it always spaceships? I don't know. But this Imperial Probe looking droid is basically what you utilize to split the screen to get all your characters to where they need to go. Absolutely super cute, super fun looking, and for $6.99, it's really a unique sort of game. It is 1 player only, so that's one of the bummers on this one. I think this would be kind of cool as a multiplayer game, but as a 1 player game, I can definitely see the appeal of this, and I may actually download this one myself. Now, as cool as Splitter Critters looks, you also have Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, and this is a unique new IP to the Nintendo Switch. And with this, basically what your job is to do is to collect a number of whimsical type creatures from around the land to battle this mysterious murk that is starting to take things over. The creatures called sprites, they have different powers, and you can use them to clear the murk from different parts of the countryside. The animation is really, really neat. Kind of almost looks like Mii's in a certain way, and the sprites definitely look super cute too. This will be available on the 17th for $26.99, and you do also get 135 coins if you do download that. Now, the Banner Saga is $19.99, also coming out on the 17th, and this is a really unique game because they're announcing ahead of time this is the first in a trilogy that they're planning on. And looking at the animation style and everything, it's basically, we have JRPGs, we have action RPGs. I don't know that I've ever seen a Viking RPG before, and that is what this is designed to be. This is a Viking RPG where the player has the choice to drive your story with 25 different playable character choices, 2 different races, human and Varl. These are like the horned giants that live in this world. There's 7 different classes of characters, and the combat is really just beautiful because the animation, it's all hand-drawn. And you're going to hear me say that a couple of times here in what's coming new this week, is the hand-drawn nature of this game. Now, another cool thing, like I mentioned, this is the first in a trilogy, so look forward to the 2nd and 3rd versions of the Banner Saga coming down the road. This is 1 player only, $19.99, 100 Nintendo coins possible. Now, the Fairune Collection, this is a collection of 4 different games, 2 of which that have been available before, 2 of which are completely new. It's $8.99, and you do have that 4-in-1 kind of setup. You get Fairune, Fairune 2, Fairune Origin and Fairune Blast. The first one is a retro-style RPG where the heroine's quest is to unlock 3 magical statues and seal away a great evil. Now, in the second one, it happens in an even larger world, and your quest is to find a lost fairy to basically bring peace to the world. Origins is new. It's a short but fun look at how Skipmore conceptualized this entire game and everything. It's really, really neat. And then finally, they have the Fairune Blast, and this is an unlockable game that is completely different from anything else in the series. It's a shmup. And it really, looking at the graphics and everything, very much that 8-bit style, NES style graphics, maybe even a little bit of the Master System in here. This one is $8.99 and will be coming out on the 17th as well, and you earn 45 Nintendo coins with this one. Super Burger Time is also coming to the Switch, and I love the original Burger Time. It is such a great game. It's just a classic. And this is Super Burger Time for $6.99, earns you 35 Nintendo coins. And with this, you have basically the 16-bit version that showed up on the Super NES and Super Famicom. And it's classic Burger Time. Johnny Turbo's Arcade presents Burger Time. Now, one of the cool things too, if you still have an original Nintendo Entertainment System, Retrobit has their NES 4-in-1 cartridge, 4-in-1, 5-in-1. The Retrobit Classics, basically, and the original Burger Time is on that. If you're looking to go ahead and get even more Burger Time, you can get that cartridge from CastlemaniaGames.com, and if you use promo code ROX10, you'll actually save 10% on your order, and you get free shipping and handling. So Super Burger Time, great classic arcade game for $7. You really can't go wrong. Framed comes out on the 17th as well. It is $8.99, and the best way I can describe it is, where is it here? Do I have it? I don't have it handy. It reminds me of Comic Zone in a lot of ways. And basically what you're doing as you go through here is you are sliding the tiles into different order to change the narrative of the story, essentially. It's a very noir-style story and requires both logic and imagination to really get you to the next levels. It does retain the original tactile controls of the original Framed 1 and 2. It includes handcrafted art style, and the really unique thing was this was the game that Kojima said was his 2014 Game of the Year. Now, that's a cool thing. It's also kind of a bummer that it's a 2014 game on the Switch in 2018. More repros, more re-releases. But $8.99, 45 Nintendo coins available on the 17th. White Knight is another one of those, like the noir-style mysteries that you're basically trying to solve. The animation, if anything, really reminds me of Mad World for the Wii. It's a straight black and white animation style. Set in the 1930s, you are exploring a mansion to solve puzzles in black and white. Dark entities lurk throughout this one-player kind of mystery as you're going through and trying to figure out exactly what's going on as you crashed your car nearby. You're trying to find the light, trying to find clues to unlock different mysteries as you go throughout the game. It is strictly in black and white, and as you find more matches to light things up, you'll uncover different mysteries. This really is a unique looking game. The art style is, like I say, the only other thing I've seen that even comes close to this was Mad World for the Wii. White Knight is $14.99, and you will earn yourself 75 Nintendo coins, and this is also available on the 17th. Now, Invisiballs is, how do I describe it? Think of the light cycles from Tron meets Pac-Man is really kind of what this game reminds me of. It's a local multiplayer game for 2 to 4 players. It has a simple but deep learning curve, and basically what you're trying to do is get the golden jewels in each level. You can go through and, like I mentioned, play 2 to 4 players locally. I kind of hope they do eventually bring out an online multiplayer, because if I don't have anyone else to play this game with, it's not going to do me any good. But the way that they are marketing this, they call it the next generation of hide and seek. So for $12.99, comes out on the 17th. Ice Cream Surfer is for the fat kids like me. No, I can't really say that. Basically, with Ice Cream Surfer, you are battling the evil broccoli who is sick and tired of all these kids blowing by the vegetables just so they can get to desserts and the sweets first. You battle over the course of 6 gourmet worlds with 5 different characters, and you can have a 2-player local co-op as you try to take down the evil broccoli and his plan to abolish all non-vegetable food. It's very tongue-in-cheek. I do like the animation style. This reminds me of something that you might have seen on like the TurboGrafx 16 with the way the artwork is and everything. And every character that you're playing as has some sort of, you know, callback or reference to a different sweet snack, what have you. And you can add some flavor to your quest here as well. It's kind of a side-scrolling beat 'em up, shoot 'em up, cute 'em up, really, if you want to call it that way. And it's really, really neat looking. This is one that I will probably pick up as well. And don't forget my tip, do not buy credits right through the Nintendo eShop. Get the gift cards through either Target with your Target credit or debit card, or Sam's Club using your Sam's Club membership. That way you can save on each and every purchase that you do make in the eShop as well. This is an even $8 and will be available on the 15th. Now, Hyrule Warriors is one of them that's going to be available both as a physical purchase and a digital purchase. This is the definitive edition of Hyrule Warriors that you've been able to play on the 3DS and on the Wii U for the past couple years. This comes out and releases on the 18th, and it is available for 1 to 2 players with enhanced graphics, unlocked modes, characters and costumes, and elements of a number of different Zelda games right in here for you. If you are a fan of this series, this is the edition that you're going to want. Now, it is, again, a re-release. It's a reimagining of an older game that has previously been available. I'm not a fan of the $59.99 price point. If you can, order it ahead of time on Amazon or through your local retailer to see if you can get some kind of a discount by pre-ordering it. Otherwise, wait for this one to go on sale. If you already have the Wii U or the 3DS versions, I'm not sure that there's much of a reason for you to buy this version. Now, one thing, it does have a premium price tag, but you do also get 300 Nintendo coins, so that is something you can cash in later on for rewards and benefits towards other Nintendo gear. Now, Little Nightmares, this is $29.99, also coming out on the 18th, and basically this is designed or imagined to kind of bring back the terrors and joys of when you were a small child. This complete edition allows you to journey with Six and the Kid to escape the maw. It's spooky yet whimsical, and one of the cool things that they've done is they've changed things up a little bit depending on if you are playing in handheld or dock mode. It will support HD Rumble. Throughout the game, you will be solving complex puzzles, and again, will be rekindling your childhood fears and joys in this one-player complete edition of Little Nightmares. And that is $29.99, no bonus Nintendo coins on that one, which is kind of a bummer. Finally, this week, we have Henry the Hamster Handler, also coming out on the 18th. This is $3.69 and comes out, like I mentioned, on the 18th. This reminds me in many ways of Bomberman. Basically, you are working for Hamsters Inc. and their team to delve into hamster alchemy. That's right, I said hamster alchemy. You need to survive in near-death experiences and reward your hamsters in a way that they get to become either gold, bronze, or silver. And that will help you clear different obstacles as you travel through different levels on the board. This is one player only, and like I say, it just really reminds me of Bomberman in a lot of different ways. It also kind of brings to mind Harvey the Wonder Hamster. He doesn't bite and he doesn't squeal, he just runs around on his hamster wheel. Weird Al reference, sorry. So that is our complete list of everything coming out to the Nintendo eShop this week for the Switch. Next week, we do have some big titles to look forward to. We'll get into it, but just to give you a tease, Mega Man Legacy and Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Runner 3 Disco Dodgeball Remix, Zenbound, Street Fighter, the 30th Anniversary Edition, a whole lot more we will get into next week. And like I mentioned at the top, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. That way each and every week we do come out with new episodes. You're kept up to date with everything that we're talking about here on the show. Hit that bell notification icon and you will be alerted anytime we do post new videos online, when we do live streams, other cool things along those lines too. I do want to thank everyone who has subscribed to this point. We just recently passed 3,000 subscribers. Seriously, in less than a year, I can't thank you all enough. Thank you so much for your love and support here with the channel. The best truly is yet to come, and it's thanks to all of you. Now, if you do have any comments or questions about anything that I've talked about here today, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. You can also go ahead and email me any of your questions you might have at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. We do answer each and every email. You can also come and hang out with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/rocksolidproductions. We are ever so close to hitting 100 subscribers there. 3,000 versus 100, I know. We do put more of an effort into our YouTube channel, but we do have stuff going on there too. You can also talk to me over on our Twitter channel at Rock Solid Studios over on Twitter. Again, we answer all of our tweets, direct messages, anything along those lines too. And finally, if you do want to help support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page, patreon.com/rocksolid. And for as little as $1 a month, you get early access to all of our videos, exclusive one-on-one conversations with me, and a whole lot more coming very, very soon. Finally, if you like the show, you want to get yourself some merch, check out our Teespring store. I have the link for that down in the description, more info section, along with our address if you do want to send anything into the show for us to check out and review. So my name is Gary, this has been Rock Solid Productions, and this week's Switch It Up, 30th anniversary of Street Fighter. Capcom's got it going on right now. I am super excited for a lot of the stuff they have going on. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where it's once again time to switch it up. In this episode, we are going to show you the new releases hitting the Nintendo eShop for the week ending May 20th. Okay. It's going in the outtakes. We do appreciate each and every one who do